Yo, what's up, it's your boy Domuto. We're back with another video. Today we're watching UnrealEntGaming Beyond Dragon Ball Super Destroy Your Blood collected from Beerus, the Angel's alarming discovery. Ooh, the Angel's alarming discovery. Okay, what did the Angels discover? That's what we need to know. We need to find that out next time on Dragon Ball Beyond Dragon Ball Super. Anyway, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna get into it, man. Let's go.
As our story now continues, with Whis now being shown finally reaching the Omni King's homeworld, only to notice an anomaly taking place around the Omni King's palace, as even with Whis now being left having to question this and figuring out as to what had happened was when Whis then went on to respond, "Now just what in the cosmos is this? This barrier is unlike anything that I've ever seen before, but how could such a thing just suddenly appear around the Omni King's palace like this? And more importantly is, why can't I detect the Omni Kings or the Grand Priest from within?" Whis questions. "For never in my time have I ever witnessed such an anomaly like this take place, especially not here," Whis continues. "And the absence of the Omni Kings and Grand Priest's life and energy signatures is a dire sign. For I must act quickly to understand this predicament before it's too late, but is it possible to go inside?" Well now, incredible, Whis went on to press forward. "A barrier that even I cannot penetrate, for it's almost as if the very essence of this shield is designed to counter beings like myself, as the strength and complexity of this shield are beyond anything that I've encountered before, which only now begs the question on how it was formed." Whis went on to then proceed by poking his staff down at the barrier, as I'm sure that there must be some kind of way for there to be a method in getting inside.
Hold on. Before we get into it, did y'all hear the Dragon Ball Super manga gonna be back? Yes, sir. Hey, we turned up out here, you know what I'm saying? All 2025, bruh. All 2020. Alright, anyway.
Of this thing, but how? Whis questions. Was it those demons? Because if I do not find a way to be able to break through, then how will I be able to reach the Grand Priest along with the Omni Kings? But then, it was only just from out of nowhere now, as Whis had assumed that he was by himself, where his sister Vados then went on to chime in. "You know, I was starting to wonder on when the others would show, for I've been here waiting for about an hour after this appeared, in trying to get down to the bottom of what was happening around here," Vados says. "Sister Vados, so you were the first to experience this strange barrier before any of the others, were you? So would you then happen to know on what exactly was shown having to happen here?" With Vados responding, "Well, I was, but I can't tell you as to how or why this had happened, but I was planning on alerting the other angel shortly after if I wasn't able to find the solution in getting through." Which, speaking of, Vados continues, "Would you happen to know as to why this is happening? Is it me, or were you able to pick up on some very unusual things that have been happening as of late throughout the multiverse, Whis?" With Whis responding, "Well, even though I may not have all of the answers as of right now, I did happen to stumble upon a pair of individuals that may in fact be directly responsible for all of this taking place. And for this, I recently stumbled across two demons who were on a mission to collect the Super Dragon Balls as they were pulling them back into their realm," Whis continues. "And while I'd assumed that these demons were taking these Dragon Balls and bringing them back into the demon realm, I also happened to overhear their names, and upon having to hear it, I then remembered as to where I had heard these names before. For in the ancient Book of the Fallen, I remember reading on the names of these dark masters that happened to have ruled over the demon realm, as they were only second behind another dark entity, and so I do believe that whatever this barrier is must have more than likely have been caused
Why that
by
topic's
those
so
demons
fucking clear?
who I
What the
happened
fuck?
to catch stealing the Super Dragon Balls, and as I only fear that things will only now begin to get worse so as long as they're in possession of the Super Dragon Balls as well," with Vados having to chime in, "Demons who hail under the title of Dark Masters? Well, now it's all beginning to make more and more sense to me," she says, "as they are now more than likely the ones who are responsible and behind all of this,
You
and
get it?
especially if you've seen them collecting the Super Dragon Balls, but without direct clearance by the Grand Minister, how are we going to act on fixing this issue without breaking the laws of the angels, Whis?" With Whis responding, "Well, it's an extreme case, because if nothing everything is done and we are unable to retrieve the Super Dragon Balls from the Dark Master's possession, well then I'm afraid that even despite with the consequences being as grave as they are, the law of the angels will need to be broken if we are to ensure the survival of the entire multiverse, so take that how you will. What a truly horrible situation, Vados went on to then respond, for we can't just allow for these Dark Masters to simply go and abuse the Super Dragon Balls, but we are at the same time to uphold our oath as angels in reassuring our position as neutral beings without breaking the Grand Minister's rules. And so I don't know why, but this almost seems to remind me of the time when we had to go and face off against Murno when we did. And what's worse is I feel as though if these demons are aware of Murno's actions along with being well versed in understanding who Murno was, then who is to say that they wouldn't go and use the Super Dragon Balls to go and bring him back from the dead? It's a stretch, but it's a risk that I am not willing to take, Vados continues.
Okay,
and so
you smart.
we must go and gather the other angels so that we
smart.
can make sure that such a nightmare is never able to come true by the hands of the Dark Masters.
As in the meantime, when then venturing back on over and seeing what Vegeta and Beerus were just about to do upon having to stumble upon the demons on Beerus's planet was when Beerus then went on to respond, "I grow tired of having to deal with such nonsense on my planet, Vegeta. Especially now that it appears like those demons were somehow able to replicate a version of you within their ranks," Beerus continues. "And so now destroy them, Saiyan, for I will not want to tell you to do it again," with Vegeta responding, "Right, then whatever happens, leave that clone or whatever the hell that thing out there that looks like me is to me, Lord Beerus, because now this is personal between them and I," to which as Vegeta was then shown transforming into his primal blue
on, Vegeta.
evolution form was when Demon Haas went on to then respond, What the? This Saiyan was hiding yet another transformation? And what incredible power. Oh, be careful out there, Oru.
What is this transformation of his? Oru then went on to question upon Vegeta being shown dashing right towards him. His speed, it's...
Shut your mouth and get out of my way, you fool, for I'll make sure to leave you for last, demon.
And so now back to you, Vegeta went on to attack his Shadow Demon clone by then responding.
Now I don't know as to what the hell you are, but even if they went and somehow tried to clone me, understand that you will never be as honorable or as powerful as the original, fool.
Oh, curse that Saiyan. Oru went on to then get up by responding.
I think my jaw is broken from that attack of his, and I felt him pulling his punches because his main objective is that Shadow Demon.
Holy
I must
punches.
use this moment to strike while I still can and make my move and grab a sample of that God of Destruction while I can. And if I don't take this moment
Man,
to
you don't
go
go
after
and
that
destroy
God of
these niggas,
Destruction
bro?
now, then we'll never be able to retrieve a sample.
Oru went on to then dash forward by responding.
And so whatever happens, keep your eyes on me at all times, Haas. I'm going after that God of Destruction, and so wait on my signal.
With Vegeta then having to notice this by then responding.
What the? And just where do you think you're going? Wait. Of course. Now I see he's going after Lord Beerus. Oh, that demon is coming right after you, Lord Beerus. Him and that other little demon are going to try and...
But then, it was only just before Primal Blue Evolution Vegeta was shown having to finish his sentence where his Shadow Demon was shown punching Vegeta in the face by then responding.
Your eyes should be locked onto me and only me, Vegeta. Yes, good.
Haas went on to then respond.
Good. And so now's your chance, Oru. Now go and take that destroyer down.
To which, as Oru was then shown trying to do, was when Oru then went on to shout,
"You're mine, God of Destruction, and so now give me what we were sent here to collect, Destroyer."
"Oh no, not so fast, creature." Beerus went on to then stop Oru's claw by having to grab it.
"I don't think so. You know, you demons have caused quite the trouble within my universe here today.
And in your case, that is not something for any of you to be proud of either," Beerus continues. "And so, you were looking to collect a sample from me now, were you? Well, now I'm curious, demon, and what exactly were you looking to collect this sample for?" Beerus questions. "Surely it wasn't for a science project of yours or anything now, was it?"
What are you waiting for, Haas? Hurry and send in the claw while I have him in my sights. What do you think this is, God of Destruction? Do you really think that by destroying me will prove anything? Because my
Masters will already have what I was sent onto this world to collect. Well, I don't know what you'd expect for that other demon Haas to do, Beerus responds, because he'll be destroyed as well if he tried anything prior to him even knowing what hit him, and so why don't you fess up and tell me as to what it was that you intended to do with whatever you ended up collecting here, demon? Were you planning on trying to clone me, Beerus questions? Because I can tell you here and now that this wouldn't have worked out in your favor, because I would have just destroyed you fools before you even had the chance to try it. And so now what was your plan? Because I can assure you now that no matter what it was that it was going to be, it wouldn't have worked, demon. Well, actually, Destroyer, Oro responds upon having Demon Ravagor's arms being shown slowly making their way towards Beerus. It doesn't matter if you did know, because by the end of this day, whether you want to accept it or not, we will have what we came onto this world for. To which, as soon as Ravagor's arms were now shown falling off Beerus's legs, this had now only created the perfect opportunity in having the blood of Beerus be underneath the nails of Ravagor's severed arms, to which, even with Beerus being shown getting caught off guard and now visibly being shown very angry at the fact of Ravagor having to be shown doing this, was when Beerus was then shown having to redirect his focus at the little severed arms that were making its way towards Haas, as Beerus then went on to shout, "What in the world, and what was that just now? Self-moving hands?
Yes, sir.
Why, I should have known. We've got it, Haas! Hurry and grab the claws and go back and seal the portal up right now while I'm able to hold him back," Oru shouts. "Don't let anything happen to Ravagor's arms before it makes its way through the portal," Oru continues, with Vegeta being shown turning his head by then responding, "Oh, they what? No, I can't let that thing escape." But then, it was from out of nowhere now yet again, as Shadow Demon Vegeta was then shown having to headbutt Vegeta in the face before having to liquidize himself into the ground, was when Shadow Demon Vegeta went on to respond, "Pardon the sudden interruption, but we will resume at a later time, Vegeta."
Oh, shit.
"Why you? And just what do you mean later? And just where the hell do you think you're going? Get back here, demon! Oh, get out of my damn way, creature!" Beerus went on to then shout by having to backhand Oro across the face. "How dare you try and attempt to make a fool out of the strongest god of destruction, demon? Now you've done it, because now I'm mad, and since you wanted to play rough," Beerus went on to stick his arm out by continuing, "then let's play rough. But why leave when we are only just getting started? For I will not have any of you creatures walk onto a destroyer's planet and live to talk about it, especially after blindsiding me in order to sample my blood, demons. Not on my watch."
Damn.
"And so now experience the full force of a destroyer's power, demon. Hakai!" But then, it was only just upon with Beerus attempting to be shown having to Hakai Ravagor's severed arms was when from out of nowhere, that was when Oro was shown having to jump in the middle of this, with Vegeta then having to shout, "Oh, and just what the hell is that demon doing? No, I will stake my existence to ensure that our mission carries out until the end." To which that was exactly what Oro was then shown having to do, because with Beerus now being shown having to erase Oro completely was when Beerus then went on to question, "What the? That fool used himself as a shield to protect the other demons. Incredible. Well, you did the right thing," Oro Haas went on to respond upon the Shadow Demon and Ravagor's severed arms being shown having to hop back within the portal, "as we will go and make sure that your sacrifice will not be forgotten, for you have now allowed
Y'all be
for us
letting
to
y'all just be
further
letting
our
niggas disrespect you.
plans." Good,
Beerus.
yes, and so we're sorry to cut things a little short here, Haas continues, but we promise that there will be a whole lot more where that came from very, very soon, especially once the Dark Masters are ready to go and make their move. And so we'd like to thank you both for your outstanding participation, but unfortunately, we have other plans. And for the record, I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't sure if we'd be able to pull this off or not, but, well, with Oru's cunning distraction along with laying down his life for the greater good, on top of having our Shadow Demon hold off the mortal while we quickly got what we wanted from the Destroyer, well, it looks like everything turned out just fine, now didn't it? So we'll be seeing you all soon. But Vegeta,
Oh,
on
shit.
the other hand, was not having it, because it was only just before Haas was then shown having to close his portal, where Vegeta was shown having to charge up for his Gallic gun by then shouting, "Like hell you demons are going to leave, because the only way that you are going to be going back to your masters is in a pile of burnt flesh and broken bones."
I love it, Vegeta. Get him.
You fools aren't going anywhere, and so here's something for you to take back to your dark masters. Gallic gun! Aw, sorry Saiyan, but we have other things to attend to at the moment, but we'll make sure that we'll be seeing you all very soon. And so now, so long, fools! To which seconds later, as a
Called
giant
you a
explosion
fool,
was then
Vegeta.
shown having to take place, was when Vegeta then went on to quickly respond, "Oh no, they couldn't have possibly managed to seal off that portal and escape before my attack was able to reach them.
Yeah.
Oh, but how? Curse those damn creatures! How were they able to find a way to escape this fast? And just how the hell are they able to move through dimensions like this?" Vegeta questions. "Oh, it just almost feels like we're right back to dealing with Murno's clones again." "Alright, now I'm annoyed," Beerus went on to then quickly respond by being shown patting himself down, "for I have seen all that I needed to see, and since those creatures were trying to get my attention, well, now they have it, because I will not just stand here
It's all
and
your fault.
tolerate such disrespect, for I am in no such mood to be treated as though I am not the god of destruction for a reason, and by drawing first blood now only indicates that this means war, as it was only
I
right
love
then and
it.
there now
I
during
love
that
it.
moment where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super
Finally,
story
Beerus, get
of the
serious,
Dark Masters,
man.
the official Murno sequel, manga chapter number 12 special, then comes to a close. Now, you can make no mistake about the fact that with things now seemingly having to look as though they're going from bad to worse, and also having to witness as to how the angels themselves appear to be distressed upon having to come across the Omni King's palace, with the demons themselves appearing as though they are
I don't know how they'll
holding
get
the
the
upper
Omni
hand
Kings
in
back.
this overall conflict. And
Man, shout out to UnrealEntGaming. But I cannot wait till the super manga, the official super manga is released. There's a cool little chapter right here. My nigga Beerus, he stopped. I don't know how to. This can all be avoided if these niggas just take they fight serious from the jump. But whatever. But it's Dragon Ball, right? But anyway, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check out the last chapter right here. Check out another story you might like right here. And I'll catch y'all next time, man. Peace.